Just want to start this video off by saying it's not scripted. One, because I'm too lazy to write a script, and two, because I think these videos are a lot more raw when I haven't got a script. This is just going to be a little story time video. Just because I'm bored and I've got no one to speak to since no one wants to call, so yeah. Also, disclaimer, this is not advised to do what I have done in the past. Especially if you live where I live and it is actually against the law. We're going to be talking about the first time I ever smoked weed because I'm bored and the story just popped into my head. So, I was about... It'd be the first time I had an energy drink as well, actually. So, I was about, let's say, 13. I'd like to say I was 13 the first time I tried it. And I was with my mates. This was after school. We walked out of the school gate, and at first I was going to go home, and then I was like, actually, I want to go chill with my mates for a bit, so we're just going to go chill with them. So I went and walked with them. So I went and walked with them for about half an hour, and then we all sat down on this little field. We were on it was a relatively big field. They would hold cows on there every now and then. And once we had started, like, sitting down properly, my mate brought out some food. I was hungry, so I decided to eat. And I ate this food, expecting, oh, okay, I'm just gonna eat this, and we'll go home. We'll go home. I'll be fine. No, that's not what happened at all. Now, what happened is after we'd smoked this food, in it, we just kind of sat there for about another 5 minutes before my mate pulled out this packet of what looked... At first, he only pulled out a packet of Rizzler out, or Kings, or whatever you want to call them, innit? I just call them Rizzler because I just kind of group them all into the same thing. Anyway, he pulled out a pack of Rizzler. And I was like, what are you doing with that kind of thing, innit? He was like, oh, well, I'm going to have a smoke. I was like, but you're too young to smoke. And he was like, I'm not on about tobacco. I was like, what else can you smoke? And he pulled out this pack. It was green. It was weed, obviously. It was just, but to me, I didn't know what it looked like at the time, innit? So he pulled out this pack of green plant. And then he pulled out this little disc. It was blue, see-through, had teeth in. Obviously a grinder is what I know it as now. And he grinded it all up. And then he did actually pull out a bit of tobacco, mixed it in, did his roll and lit it. And the first thing I thought when he pulled this thing out and started fucking smoking it, innit, is, oh, that fucking reeks, like reeks, innit? Reeks. So I just stuck to myself, kind of thing, stayed away from it. Just because I didn't really want to try it, innit? So I went down to the shop as I was smoking it, because there was a shop about 5 minutes away. Walked into this shop, innit, and I've bought myself a can of Monster Energy. It was the Bad Apple flavour. No, it wasn't Bad Apple. Bad Apple's pretty recent, isn't it? It wasn't the Bad Apple flavour, sorry. I'm just really craving some fucking apple shit right now. I'm pretty sure it was the fucking white one, innit? I forgot what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's called like Monster Energy Ultra. Something, if you've heard of that one. It's like, I'll pop up an image on screen of it. It's like a white can kind of thing, innit? I bought this can, I've walked, haven't taken a sip of it, by the way, yeah. Walked up to the field, I've opened it, I've started drinking it, innit? Because by now, this would have been my third or fourth Monster Energy drink that I had, like, properly, to myself. And I've drank it all, and I've just sat there, buzzing off it, by the way. I was like, buzzing off this energy drink. And my mate comes over and he offers me some of it. So at first, I'm like, to be fair, mate, I don't really want to try it because I don't want to fuck up my lungs, kind of thing. You already fucked up yours, so you go ahead and do what the fuck you want, innit? But I didn't really want to try it. Now, anyway, after, what I'd like to say 10, 15 minutes of him going, do you want to try it? Do you want to try it? And me going, no, I don't think it's for me. I finally caved, and after I caved, I took it off him. I was like, fuck it, I'll have the rest of it. Will this fuck me up though? And he was like, no, it won't fuck you up. So I just took his word for it, and I was just like, fuck it, I'll have it then. And I've smoked the rest of this. I'd like to say it was about a quarter of it left. and I've smoked it, and then it didn't fuck me up at first, to be fair. First 5 minutes I was like, alright. Coughed when I took it back for the first couple times, but then I kind of got used to the feeling of it in my throat. And then about 5 minutes later, it hits and it's like, oh fuck, what the fuck's going on, kind of thing, innit? Felt a bit ill, felt hungry. Hunger was a big thing for me when I first tried. And I was like, yo, you got anything to eat? And he pulls out this pack of like crisps, and he pulls out a brownie for me. So I eat the crisp and I eat the brownie. He forgot to tell me this brownie was an edible, by the way. So I didn't know that at the time. So I scoffed it down and I was like, oh, that was fire, kind of thing. And then the edible hits me, and I feel violently sick, like I'm going to projectile vomit everywhere. Like, all over him, all over me, all over the grass, stuff like that, innit? And you can tell that I'm feeling ill, because my body goes pale, I start shaking. I'm like, whoa, I don't feel good, guys, kind of thing, innit? So they take me to the trees, because... let me paint a picture of this fucking grass area quickly. So, imagine... It's about as big as a football field of grass. Then around 3 of the edges, there was trees. Then you had a path, and then you had a bench at the path. We were all sat on that bench when we were smoking. And then we've moved to the trees after I've fucking feeling ill in it. So after I felt ill, we will go to the trees. They start patting my back in it to actually, like, I think they were trying to make me be sick, so I felt a bit better in it. I didn't throw up that day, but I felt like I was gonna. Mate, my eyes were fucked. I'm pretty sure I was greened out or something. Pretty sure it was just a green out. But I was like, oh, I don't feel well. I'm never gonna do this again, I thought in my head. I was like, nah, I can't do this again, especially if it's making me feel that ill. And then moved on with my day. Kind of just had to fight this sickness feeling there. I was like, okay, can we go get some actual food now from the shop? Who's got money? Because I've just spent all mine on an energy drink. And then they all pulled out about £5 each. £5 to £10 each they had. And it's like, alright, let's go to the shop then. We'll go get some food. And that was about it for that day, to be fair. We ate. And then I kind of went home. I was sobered up a bit by the time I went home. And then the next day, I go to school, and my mate pulls me aside and he goes, Warren. I'm like, yo. He goes, how are you feeling after that? It's like, I've got a little bit of a headache, but I don't feel bad the day after, innit? I've got a little bit of a headache, but that's it. He walks off. He thinks it's all fine. I know in my head that it's all fine, so continue my school day, do all the work, and then about a month later I try it again. Feel a bit better this time, but it still fucks me off. Now this is where the story becomes the story that I wanted to tell. It wasn't the first time, it was the second time. So, the second time I smoked it, I was completely voluntary. I took it off him, I was like, alright, I'm going to have this one. You lot can share one between yourselves. I just want this one, innit? I'm stressed as fuck. So just leave me be as I smoke it. So I smoke about 3/4 of it, and I leave a quarter and I give it back to them. I'm like, you can all smoke that. And I just go sit down, start watching like the sky as I'm relaxing from it. And after that what feels like half an hour, all of a sudden I stand up. Not really realising that I feel ill, because I was kind of like relaxed to the point where you don't really feel that. And you don't feel panicky. So I walk over to them, and all of a sudden, this wave of nausea just hits me. And it hits me hard, chat. Chat, whatever I'm going to call you when I'm recording. Anyway, this wave of nausea hits me like a brick in the stomach. And bang! I throw up everywhere. Throw up all over their food, all over them. I didn't actually get a drop of sick on me. Thank fuck for that. But I threw up everywhere, chat. Like, everywhere. It wasn't just like a little bit. No, I projectile vomited that shit. And I will never forget the amount of fucking vomit that came out of my mouth that day. It terrified me. I genuinely thought I was going to die from not being able to breathe for up that much. After that, I cried like a little bitch. Because I don't like the feeling of sick, personally. Don't think anyone does, to be fair. But yeah, after that, we all go get a drink. I have I just have a Coke, to be fair, because yeah, they all bought like energy drinks and shit. I just got a Coke because I didn't want to mix fucking energy drink with Bud. So I just have that Coke, and then I'm feeling a bit better. By now they've all went home, changed their clothes, blah blah blah. We've already done all that, run errands and shit. And then we all go home after we've had our drink and had a little chat. But their look on their faces is something I will never forget. It was fucking hilarious. And if I could have took a picture of their faces as that happened, I fucking would have, to be fair. But I didn't have a phone. Well, I did have a phone, but it was locked because I was grounded. As I always was when I was younger, to be fair. But it was very fucking funny, the look on their faces. And also, this video has been going on 11 minutes, so I ain't stopped ranting about it. Also, I know this probably won't perform as well because it's not as fast paced as my normal videos. It's very similar to the one that I recorded 2 days ago. Or was that day ago? 2 days ago? I don't know. I'll have a look quickly actually. But yeah, threw up all over my best mates as I was smoking bud because my body just didn't want to hack it properly. Which was kind of funny. It was yesterday. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. If you like this style of videos, I will carry them on. If not, then so be it. If you want me to start this type of video, I will. But the only reason I'm recording this is because I don't have the physical energy to play games and record at the same time, or stream or anything. So yeah, tell me if you like these videos. It'd be greatly appreciated.